What's up, YouTube? Brian VANDUYN here. We got the new driver. Yeehaw! Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Driving the old truck today. We're hauling that recycled sand. But yeah, I rode with them the first 2 runs just to make sure he was getting it down. He's getting it, you know. Driving that old truck, it has a shifting pattern. It's got the 13-speed shifting pattern, but the RPM matching is just way different in that truck than any other truck that he's probably ever driven, or anybody really, because it's got the Detroit in it, and the RPMs are just so much different than any other truck. So it's definitely a learning curve. What's up, Richard? What's up, Rich? Go ahead and pound that like button, guys. What's up, Brian? Hey, John. What's up, Rosemary? You giving them the grumpy look because it's raining? You're so cute. Yeah, it's a lot higher RPM engine. What's up, Chris? Yeah, another rainy day, Ryan. You got that right. There goes the other truck that's on the job site. That's their truck. It's got that Kenworth in it. What's up, the home and auto shop? Yeah. How many people got their shirts so far? How many people got their shirts? That's what I want to know. Got my shirt today. There you go, home and auto. Sunny, hot here in Manitoba, Canada. What's the new truck down? No, it's not down. We just couldn't find any work for it. We got it working tomorrow, though. Same job site. Both trucks are going to be on the same job site. Yours hasn't showed up yet in California. What's up, Brian? I didn't get the notification you were live either. Yeah, YouTube sucks, man, at doing the notifications. They really do, especially with us smaller channels. They really don't have a priority in sending out the notifications like they do with bigger channels. So, you know, it kind of sucks. What's up, Richard? Good morning, Sydney. I get the notifications, but they're silent. Yeah, it might be a phone thing. Like, I don't get any notifications on my phone. I turned some of the notifications off because I was getting so many notifications. Like, whenever somebody liked a comment or commented a comment or this or that, it was just getting to be way too much for me. So I silenced some of the notifications. I also put a time limit on it, so I won't get any notifications before like 7 a.m. or after like 8 p.m. or something like that. But on the plus side, I got back from dumping and the belt was broke in the mill. So we're just sitting making that easy money. There you go, Blake. Make that easy money. Yeah. Yeah, Blake's getting there, man. He's definitely getting there. You know, he doesn't really have the pretty face to go with, you know, like some other channels, and neither do I. But the character, you know, the content, that's what you guys are here for anyways. It's not our pretty face, you know, so.
Mommy, for me, you know, my pretty face.
Yeah, everybody wants to.
I think you have a pretty face.
Oh, you think I have a pretty face? I would go with handsome face. Your dog thinks you're pretty. Yeah. Mommy. Hey, settle down. Daddy's doing a live stream. Okay, nobody needs to know that. People don't want to know that on YouTube. Seriously. Disgusting. Nobody needs.
Man.
Don't be broadcasting that already on my channel. People are going to unsubscribe for that stuff. Let's put this up here. Is that out of the way? Must have something going for me. I got good looking woman. Yeah, it's got to be the character, Blake. I mean, that's the only thing I can see. Or your sense of humor, maybe. We both got lucky, Blake. We both got lucky. It's got to be our character or something. It ain't our looks, that's for sure. Sorry about that, guys. As soon as I started rolling, freaking the internet cut off on me. That's always how it works too, Blake. Just so you know, just keep that in mind. As soon as you start rolling, things gonna stop. Oh, she's got her foxy lady. I wouldn't even call her that, but I mean, she's not ugly, but that's good to see it's back up, because I want people to see that she was just totally ignoring all the questions getting sent to her and blocking. That's gonna look bad on her. She doesn't realize that yet. That's gonna look bad on her, you know. Eventually people are gonna see what happened and they're gonna figure it out. Yeah, she was definitely uncomfortable. You could definitely tell the heat was on. You could definitely see the heat was on. I'm kind of disappointed in Justin for not asking the question. Like, I was talking with him and he said, I'm not asking. But I'm like, dude, you're the type of guy that nobody, like, you don't care what people think about you. Why not ask it? You know, like, seriously, like, I don't know though. That's enough of that. I'm just so excited, guys. We got both trucks rolling tomorrow. We're making that good money. And I'm still on the clock. I'm still on the clock making that money, even though I'm not driving my dump truck. That's good right there, honey. That's good. That feels good. I gotta get over. That lane ends. Turning only. It's really raining. I'm really surprised the job didn't get rained out today. He didn't want to get his message deleted. Yeah, maybe, Blake. I think, it doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter what I think. I gotta be more humble, guys. I gotta be more humble. You know, Justin's right. He said I need to be more humble, and he's right. I don't know, I didn't really seem to myself like I was coming off kind of arrogant, but maybe I'm coming off kind of arrogant. What do you guys think? What?
He said in the background.
What is he?
You can catch him in the background.
Oh.
Making funny faces.
You're pretty humble. Are you making funny faces? You silly goose. Yeah, it's in the past. You're right, Brian. I mean, it's water under the bridge. Let's keep rolling with work. Let's keep rolling with the content. It's part of human nature. Yeah. I mean, the way I see myself is, I kind of see myself as an underdog. You know? Like, because everybody said I couldn't do it. Like on Facebook, like so many people, you know, ridiculed me and said that there's no way in heck that I was gonna make it. And then I made it. So I see myself as just flexing, you know, just saying, see what I did, even though you said I couldn't. Like, it's the I told you so kind of feeling. I don't feel like I'm boasting per se, but I'm just putting it out there saying, I did it, I made it, you know. That's how I personally see myself. How other people, you know, see me, you know, that's their own thing. Other people see people in different lights, you know. Some people probably see me as bragging, like, oh, this guy's so full of himself. He just bought a new dump truck and he's showing it off to everybody. Some people see me that way. And some people are like, man, look how far this guy's come. Like, see what he's accomplished. And then there's me, and I just think, you know, I'm just showing people it can be done. Like, that's one of the main things on my channel. You can live the American dream in America. It's hard, yes, but it can be done. And that's sometimes I get lost in my messages, but that's the main message I'm always trying to portray, you know, is you can be a nobody and start a business and become so successful in America. And it's possible, it's doable, it's still doable. So many people think that it's not doable anymore. You know, that the system is just there to hold the man down. And it really is there to hold the man down, but if you fight hard enough, you can get up in the world. You really can. Like in social classes and stuff. Eagles don't hang out with chickens. Yeah. You got that right. Honey, can you read these comments that are long? Because I can't read those when I'm driving. So when they pop up, just click all messages. I don't care. I think I might change my channel to Beauty Tips with Blake. Beauty Tips with Blake. Or Blake the Beauty. Blake, Beauty and the Beast. How about that? How about that? Thanks, Brian. You know, I'm trying to fly with the Eagles. I really am. I'm trying to fly with the Eagles, you know. Okay, scroll down. No, the other way. Yeah, there you go. Beauty and the Beast. You can call your channel that, Blake. You got the Beast dump truck. That's a Cummins you got in the International, right? Dude, that thing sounds so... It sounds good. I'm not gonna lie, I like the sound of it. It's so hot in here. Yeah, a lot of you guys at the end of the day, though. He's a rock star. I'm confident. And too much, you know, look at all these agricultural workers. And these guys got tough jobs. A lot of them are immigrants. Okay. Yeah, they're working though, you know. I love immigrants, man. They take the jobs. They're above work. That's what I like about immigrants. A lot of them. I'm against illegal immigrants. If you're gonna come here, you better do it right, you know. But definitely come. I bet you found a winner, Brian. The guy you did, yeah. Old Crony's comment isn't popping up. I will tell something. What's that? What are you gonna tell us, John?
That your wife is the best.
That my wife's the best. What's up, Jacob? Okay, it's back. Oh, was I glitching? I'm going through this area where it's kind of sucky service. I'm not gonna deny that. It's kind of, we're definitely on a road, one of those back roads. Where are you guys going? Oh, we're heading home right now, Blake. Go collect that couch money. We're gonna go collect that couch money, Blake. So, one thing I just found out yesterday, we went over to my friend's house, the one that helps me with my books, and she was telling me, now that we switched to QuickBooks Online, I don't have to input any receipts. Like, that is a game changer right there. Game changer. Not having to input the receipts into the computer, each entry, that's gonna save me so much time. Yeah, that International Blake's got it. I don't think you should get rid of it. Honestly, I don't. But, you know, he says there's some things wanky with it. I haven't seen it yet, so I can't really make that judgment call. Blake knows. You know. What's up, Rennie? Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for stopping in. What are you wearing? Granddaddy's hard hat. She's such a cutie. I worked in a mill with the guy, hardest worker in the mill. Turned out to be an illegal, got deported, and never saw him again. I would take 100 of those guys over any of the deadbeats rioting. Oh, you got that right, John. But I mean, if he worked that hard, like, why not just go through the process? Like, is the process really that dysfunctional that it's so hard to get into the U.S.? Like, I don't know. That just seems wrong. You know, like, if he's that hard of a worker here, how come he doesn't work that hard in Mexico and do the same thing in Mexico, you know? I don't plan on making a high horsepower build. I just want to get rid of the ugly, custy, rusty, cracked manifolds I already have. Oh, yeah. All good, saying hello from Trinidad. That's the Link Belt Company? Are you the mechanic from the Link Belt Company that I stopped by the other day? Trinidad. I swear that's that Link Belt Company. I stopped into Link Belt a few days ago just to drool over some of the machinery they got in there. Dude, the machines are so big and so cool. Like, Trinidad is in Caribbean. Oh man, I'm jealous. I'm over here in rainy Washington. You're over there, toes in the sand probably. It's the cost of doing all the paperwork. One reason they work illegally. Yeah, man, there's gotta be. Oh, it's raining. Okay, now I don't feel so bad. Misery loves company. Misery loves company. I'm excited for some of you guys to get your packages. Don't be telling everybody what you got, because some people got more than others. I'm just gonna say that. Some people got more than others, and it's not that I like more people other than other people, but it has a little bit to do with that, but it also has a little bit to do with some people have been on the channel longer than others. So I don't want people getting their feelings hurt saying, oh, I only got this, that's messed up, or I only got this. You know, be thankful that I sent out some stuff. I had a dump truck, but I sold it. What kind of dump truck did you have, man? In Western Washington, where we live, it snows probably 3 or 4 times. One of the times it's really bad and it lasts for a few days. The other times it just snows and kind of melts the next day, and then it's gone. But it rains, like it sprinkles non-stop, just about. Like constantly drizzling. Like what it is today, constantly just drizzling. Nissan diesel single axle. Oh, that's cool. That's unique. -45 up in Canada. Yeah, it never gets that cold on this side of Washington. It'll get. We've had. I don't think we've ever had single digits on this side. Have we?
Sometimes it feels like it.
We're in the teens.
Yeah.
Once a year, it seems like we might, well, maybe not even the teens. 20s. We'll get into 20s, below, you know, -25, -20 degrees Fahrenheit. But it doesn't last long at all. Eastern Washington, I was delivering fuel and it was like -5 out. Like, I was freezing my nuts off. It don't get that cold on this side. Where are y'all headed? Oh, we're heading home, J-Bo. I had my wife pick me up. I was riding with my driver in the old truck so I could teach him all the quirks and stuff and how to shift it, and, you know, just so he could see me drive it before he drove it, you know, because the RPMs are way different on a Detroit than anything else, you know, so I just wanted him to see how I drove it so he could get a better feel before I just threw him in it and said, you know, go to work, you know.
Good luck.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't throw him in a pit of sharks, you know what I mean? Pit of alligators. I wanted him to ride with me a few times, and then I had my wife pick me up because he seemed like he was doing good. J-Bo, you working today? Blake's on that easy money. The belt broke and he's just sitting there with his feet on the dash, you know, sipping whatever he's sipping. Yeah, I'm thirsty. Is there any water in my lunch bag?
No.
I don't think I've had any water today.
No.
Brian, I'll sell you that triaxle. 25K, you like that Cummins. Not 25K. I'll buy it for 8K, Blake. If it's as bad as you sound, if you say it's worse than my Peterbilt, I'm not paying more than 8K for it. And it's got to, and the deal is you got to paint it orange and blue. Yeah, I'm out of 130 up to Hyatts. I'll sell you the motor for 8. Nope. No, I'm too cheap for that, Blake. I can't do a motor. I don't have nowhere to put it. I literally have nowhere to put it. Hope he has ear protection. I think I have earplugs in there somewhere. It might be used though. I reuse my earplugs all the time. If they're not too nasty looking, you know. If they're too dirty, I throw them away. I don't like dirty earplugs. But I got these Power Beats. I normally put these in when I'm driving. And that helps a lot with keeping the noise down. When does the new home start being built? Brian, that is an amazing question. We literally have no clue. So the whole plan was we're gonna get a new construction loan to start building the house. And then the bank kind of screwed us because they said, well, we need 2 full years of tax returns before we can give you a loan for the business. And I said, okay, well, I got 2 full years because I started my business in January, but I don't have any income showing until May. And they're like, okay, well, that don't count. Well, at first they said, oh, yeah, that'll be fine. Don't worry about it. But then they're like, oh, no, that don't count. We need another year. So then I was just like, okay, well, screw you then. I'm buying a dump truck with my money. So then I took our $100,000 that we had in the bank and I spent $60 on the dump truck, the brand new dump truck. And now I don't know if they want to give us a new construction loan or not. We have to apply again, which costs another $150 to apply. So I kind of got a sour taste in my mouth from them saying that I could get the loan and then them turning around and saying, no, you have to have 3 years tax returns now because 2 years ain't good enough because you don't have the income from the first 3 months. So that really irritated me. And so we decided, hey, Daddy's on a live stream. So I kind of got a bad taste in my mouth. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to buy a dump truck. We'll make more money and then we'll cash flow the house ourselves. So our goal is to cash flow the house, depending on how much money we make with the business. So our plan is we have to be back up to that 100,000 mark in the bank. I want to have $100,000 just sitting there, just to sit there. And then after that $100,000 is in there, anything else we make on top of that is going to go towards building the house. So that's where we're kind of sitting right now. So we're up to about 66,000 sitting in the bank right now. So we got almost like 35,000 more to go before we can start spending money on the house again, right? So we should hit that pretty quick. I'm thinking, you know, depending on how June goes. If June goes as hot as May went, or hotter, we could be there halfway through July, where we can start spending money on the house again, or maybe not. But I want to have $100,000 just sitting in the bank, just to sit there to get us through the winter. If, you know, that way I don't have to stress through the winter, you know, to find work. I'm not stressing about payments. I'm not stressing about insurance. I'm not stressing about restarting in the summer. You know, we just, everything's so new. We're playing the cautious card, basically. You know, I don't want to go into winter with $20,000, $30,000 like I did last winter when I only had the old truck. Now I got $4,000 a month payments every month, you know, and my insurance went up, you know, from $300 or $400 a month to $1,500 a month, you know. So we got a lot more stuff coming out, so I want to have that extra cushion to not stress myself. And once we get to that 100,000 mark, then me and my wife have decided, once we have 100,000 sitting there, everything else we can just blow it on the house if we need to, if we want to, because $100,000 is plenty of money to make all the payments through the winter, everything basically. A motor blows up, we can still recover from that, right? So that's where we're sitting. First thing we're gonna do once we hit that 100,000 mark is we're definitely gonna finish the driveway. We're gonna finish bringing in the rock. We may even slightly start that a little early. My wife was saying something about maybe taking the money she makes and using that for rock. So we may do that. We may not do that. I don't know. But yeah, once we clear that 100,000 mark, then it's get the septic system installed, get the well installed, and then on weekends I gotta dig the power, right? I gotta dig the trench for the power. Later, Jacob. Thanks for tuning in. If you guys get a chance, check out Jacob's channel. He's got one cover on his, he does some country music. CNC Development. CNC, that guy's like, my buddy's name is CNC Trucking. I gotta call him and tell him I seen a CNC Development. Say, hey, this guy's stealing your name, or you're stealing his name. But yeah, I don't know what's first, the septic or the well. I honestly don't know. I think the septic system would be more important to me to get that in, because then we can move down there with the camper. You can always buy water, you know, you can always have a generator, but going to dump the black water every week is not happening. So, you know, we can get that set up, then we can at least move down there with the camper or a tiny home. That was the other thing. My wife and I were kind of playing around with the idea of a tiny home. So the idea is possibly November, our lease is up in the duplex. Our landlord says, nope, sorry, I don't want to renew the lease. Get the hell out. We either buy a camper or a tiny home and throw it down on the property and live in that while we're saving up money. That would be nuts. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Living in a tiny home. And this is my wife's thought process. This was her idea. Buy the tiny home, and then we live in it, and then after we get our house built, then that can be her kitchen. It can be transitioned to the kitchen / office, you know, drive, all that basically, you know.
It's an idea.
It's an idea, so
If you have the money from it.
Smart lady. Yep. She is very smart, Brian. Like, don't let her fool you because she's shy. She
It looks dumb. I'm not.
Yeah, she's not dumb.
But
She's got a lot of good ideas, and before I ever do anything, I always talk to my wife about her ideas. Because I would be stupid if I didn't. So, I had a friend who built the shop and with the living quarters, and he lived in it until his house was built. Yeah. And that may be a possibility too, Rich. We don't know yet. I mean, that could definitely be something that we do too, because the shop would be about the same cost as a tiny home. If you spend $50,000 on a tiny home or $50,000 on a shop, you know, they basically be the same thing. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter to me. You know.
We need a shop anyways.
They look like mini show homes, yeah. Yeah, we need a shop anyways. So. And my business going on 3 years now without a shop. It's not gonna kill me if I do it a few more years. Yeah, septic system first. That's what we're thinking, John. Do the septic system first and then the well. And I can do the septic system myself. I just gotta buy all the stuff for it. And then they have to come back and inspect it. So that's gonna be pretty gravy. I'll probably time that it makes more sense to just keep working and pay somebody else to work it. $2,000 grant, $3,500 for brand new, $50K, and I could have it with brand new 24 valve. Yeah. I wouldn't get the NV 5600. I'd get the manual transmission. I think the manual transmissions in Dodges last way longer than the automatic ones. I've heard bad things about the automatic ones. The other option is we find another place to rent out here, which I really, really, really don't want to do. I hate moving. I hate the passion. We got too much junk to be moving every 5 to 6 months. Not happening. I don't want to do that. So the other option is we buy a few shipping containers and move all our stuff into shipping containers and live in our little pop-up camper for a few months until we get stuff rolling, you know. We're definitely going to be doing a lot of sacrifices this summer and winter. Coming this winter. You guys are definitely going to see the sacrifices. We definitely got a lot of sacrifices probably coming. You know. Right, honey? It's going to be nuts. It's going to make our marriage that much stronger, huh, honey? If it doesn't crack us. Yeah. If it doesn't crack us, it'll make it stronger. I mean, we've had some really tough financial times in our marriage. Like when I first got my CDL.
When we first got married.
When we first got married, we were so broke. It was not even funny. Like I literally was calling my grandpa to bring food over because we had just enough to pay the bills and that was it.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this. It's a nice little truck. Buy a decent used double wide, build the house, sell the double wide. We could do that too, John.
I was thinking
That's definitely an option too. Because a used double wide, what's a used double wide cost? I don't even know what one costs. It probably costs like what? Probably $1,000, $1,500 to ship it in. I'm guessing. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
probably not more than $2,000. I'd be amazed if it was more than $2,000. How long have y'all been hitched? It'll be 8 years this year.
8 years in August.
8 years in August. August 17th, 8 years. And we've known each other for 9 years.
August was 9 years.
Yep. We met September 31st. Right?
August, September, time 5.
Yeah.
And August, September, we met. And then a year later, got married.
The thing is, double wides cost as much as a regular. That's if you buy a new one, old crony. The new ones are more expensive than building a house. It's nuts. That's why a lot of people I know do. They buy double wides or trailers and they build their house while living in their trailer, then sell the trailer once the house is done. Yeah, that's definitely an option too. I think you can get a used double wide though, you know, 20, 30,000, I'm guessing. Maybe less, maybe it depends on the condition. We could even get a single wide, you know. It's basically a tiny home, you know. But trailers, man, they are built really crappy. So I don't know if it would be better to get a tiny home or a used trailer. I don't know which would be cheaper. We'll have to weigh the options. Or we basically got 3 options, or 4 options. We can either buy a camper, a bigger camper, and live in it. We could buy a tiny home, live in it, and it can become the kitchen/office later. We can build a shop and live in it, you know, with living quarters in the shop. Or
that's the office too.
yeah, or a double wide, or a single wide.
Did that turn into an office?
And that could be turned into an office too.
Yeah.
The beast is back. There you are, Blake. We're talking about options we got to move into
While the house is built.
while the house is while we're cash flowing the house building.
We have some options too.
Yeah, we got some options. What would you guys do? I know a lot of you guys wouldn't even consider any of these options. But what options would you guys consider doing? You know, when the lease is up, she says, nope, not renewing it, or yeah, I'll renew it, but it's $500 more per month or something insane.
At least something.
Yeah, if it's reasonable, we'll probably just stay in the duplex for a few more months, you know, or through the winter maybe. I'd like to do that, out of 6 months. If we do a 6-month lease, but I mean, I really want to move out of the duplex because I really don't want to spend $1,500 a month anymore. Yeah, I don't want to spend more than $1,500 a month. So I really want to move out because then we won't have that monthly rent payment. I would build a shop with a bath and a kitchen in it. We could definitely do that. Yeah. Yeah, we just wouldn't park any cars or nothing in there. We'd keep the doors shut all the time. You know, and just have it'd basically be like one big room with everything in it. Except for the bathroom would have its own little enclosure. And maybe build an office or something. We just sleep in the center of the garage with the wood stove in there. We could do that. We'll have to see what happens. I gotta see what my lending options are. Like, cause here's the other thing. Like, what if we don't make that much over $100,000? Like, then we won't have any money to spend, right? So there's that option too, which I really hope this summer we kill it. I really am hoping we do double shifts, you know, multiple times, and we stack that cash. And if that's the case, you know, we won't need any lending, but we may have to get a loan to build the shop. You know, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. You know, so we're all learning and growing at the same time. So it's pretty nuts. My wife's over here looking at tiny homes now.
Look at it.
She's dreaming big.
See with the prices.
Yeah, it's good to dream though. I mean, it really is good to dream big because then you land on the stars. What does a metal building kit cost in your area? My neighbor built his for $40,000. He paid somebody to build it and it costed $40,000. And that was just a bare shell with a big bay door and a small door and insulated. No stove, no bathroom, none of that stuff. 40,000. So I'm guessing the kit alone is probably like 20, maybe 30,000 for the kit, and I could probably build it myself. You should be about 240K gross by the end of the year. I don't know what your net will be, but should be plenty. Build a pole barn, live in it until the house is done, then use the pole barn for a shop. Yeah, I hope, Blake. I hope it's up there. Last year, my gross was 134,000. So that was with one dump truck. You know, but that was the full year. The full year. We got the super dump kind of late, but we didn't really miss out on any of the work because there wasn't any work. There's normally not any work the first few months of the year anyways. I just sold my used double wide that was over 2,000 square feet, and it was a nightmare to get rid of. I'd stick with the shop and living quarters. How much did you sell it for, Rich? That seems high. 60K. We built the big white pole barn you seen in my drone video. That's with everything. What all did that have in it, Blake? What all does it have in it, that pole barn? But you got to remember, Ohio, everything's cheaper in Ohio, man. I'm gonna go straight. I don't lose service going this way, I don't think. I know I'll lose service if I take a left there. Some metal building prices have kits on sale from not being picked up for some reason. Okay. It's got 8-inch concrete floors, and it's steep beams. Steel beams. Okay. Is that something you think I could build on my own with all my machines that I got? Is that something you think I could build? Like, you know how mechanically inclined I am. I think I could probably build something like that. I don't think it would be that hard, really. Just finding the time would be the hard part, I think. See, a shop like that, a big bay door, a smaller door, and just a normal door. That'd be right there. See what he's got? That's like the perfect setup, honey. Drive your pickup in one, drive the dump truck in the other, have a double big bay door on one on each side so you can just drive straight through if you need to. But probably we hired an Amish to build ours, and they did it by hand. What? No, you didn't, Blake. Are you serious? Like all hand tools? That's nuts. How much? Man, do they charge more because they're doing it with hand tools because it takes them longer? Or how does that work? There aren't any Amish in Washington that I know of. So, I don't see that as an option, unfortunately. And they ain't gonna take their horse and buggy from Ohio to Washington. If it's custom build and second gen Dodge from Ram, that means it comes with 8-year 1,000-mile warranty. Yeah, that's with everyone around here does Amish work, cheap and long hours. That's crazy. I wish I had Amish people living around here. That's because they don't... Amish people literally have the simplest life. Like, they don't need any technology. They're not into buying fast cars. They're not buying into anything luxury. All they need is food and shelter. That's like it. That's all they really need. Take care of their animals. They got a simple life. Like, their lifestyle rocks. I mean, they don't have anything to worry about, you know? They had the whole thing done in like 4 days. Holy smokes! They don't pay taxes either. What? They don't pay taxes? I didn't know that, Blake. Like on land? Did they not pay taxes on land? I might be turning into Amish here pretty soon. We're gonna get a horse to pull that super dump, a few of them. See, that's a lifestyle, man. That's nuts. I think I could do it, but I don't know if I'd like it, you know? I like technology. I like, you know, and you hire and pay the dad, and he brings the whole family so it gets built quick. Dang, that's crazy. Dang, that's my house payment. How much is your house payment, Rich? It would be a live stream with a few times in through here. We're on the back roads right now. We're in the deep woods right now. You're waiting for Joey to show up. I know, where's Joey at? Where's Joey and Cindy at? I like that drama they got going on there. What do you think about building a shop, honey? Or would you rather do the tiny home thing? The shop would be more spacious. We'd be able to fit all our stuff in it. The tiny home we'd have to buy a shipping container probably still.
Yeah. Definitely.
This way.
I don't know, how much we have spent.
Yeah.
So if we have enough for the shop,
Yeah, I mean, I could I could see myself living in the shop the rest of my life. Like Andrew Camarada's, like you pull in, close the door, go upstairs to the kitchen and do whatever, you know. I could see myself living in something like that, personally. My wife, on the other hand, she's like, no, not happening. Like, she would probably not put up with me very long. You might not want to build a house after building that. Yeah. But you know what they always say, build the shop first or you'll never get the shop. I've heard that as a saying, you know. Haven't you heard that before, honey? Like, I'm gonna go check the mail in town. Might be back. There you go.
I don't know, because if you have the money to build a shop, let's build a shop.
Yeah. Yeah, if we got the money to build a shop, we'll probably build the shop. More space to live in than a tiny home. It would suck to heat the space cooped up in 30 square feet. Yeah. Yeah, that makes more sense to me. Actually, now that I think about it, the shop.
I didn't think about it.
We gotta talk. She's already talking herself into the shop. I don't even have to do it now. Barns on the out, 80,000. That's how much you sold. Holy smokes. Yeah, I ain't trying to buy something that expensive.
No.
Not if I'm just gonna resell it. That in a half a year or 2 years, that'd be too much money to have invested in something like that. The market isn't there. And it was 30 years old. Holy smokes. That's nuts. Blake just sent me a picture of one of the houses, the pole barn houses. Gotta run, catch you guys on the next one. Hey, thanks for checking in, Rennie. You enjoy the Caribbean. Maybe one day I'll get to enjoy the Caribbean. Maybe one day. One day. 10 years from now, we'll be on the Caribbean every single day. I'm hoping. We'll be on a cruise every single year from 10 years from now. One day, yeah, we'll get there one day. We'll get there. Cruises aren't really that expensive either. They're like 5,000, what, 2,000, 3,000? I've seen them.
More than that.
No, I've seen them for 2,000, 3,000.
Well, you go.
Yeah. Are you on a cruise, or are you on vacation, or are you just got called? Gotta go. Okay, catch you later, John. Thanks for tuning in, and wear it with pride. Yeah.
No, of course I just cleared the food thing.
Born and live here. Oh, there you go. What do you do for a living? Does it get boring living there? That's what I want to know. Does it get old? Electrician. There you go. You probably make good money. When we're driving past Keith's house, I want to show them his pole barn so they can kind of see. Full of things to do. Permanent vacation. Yeah. Do they use a dollar there? And is the money more valuable than the dollar or less valuable than the dollar? So like if my dollar's worth like 2 times more there, if I go there, then I'll be super rich. And I can just live there. I can retire there. Or does it work like that? See, a shop like that would be perfect. I don't need a big, massive shop. I mean, $6 TT. Is that 60 or $6 to $1? So a dollar is worth 6 times more there. It'd be like Mexico. You can live there with 30,000 like a king. Yeah, see, that's like Peru. So when I went to Peru, a dollar was 3 soles. 3 soles. And man, it was sweet. Whenever my family would send me some money, you know, like birthday money or something, we were always partying. Like, let's go out to eat for the next week straight. I'm gonna show you guys my buddy Keith's, his shop. Okay, so you can see the yellow house right there. See his shop? He's got 2 bay doors and a small door. That was $40,000, and he had the guy build it. I was in Peru for 2 years, Blake. That's how I learned to speak Spanish. Pero ya estoy olvidando hablar en español. Necesito practicar más. Do they speak Spanish in the Caribbean, or is it English? It's probably mostly English. Yeah, I was in Peru for 2 years, dude. It was so fun. It was awesome. It was amazing. I would never give those 2 years up for anything. I was a Mormon missionary. It was amazing. Literally the best 2 years. Except for coming home and getting married. That is the only thing that tops that. Probably French. Spanish has a little bit in common with French. Just a teeny bit.
I heard Portuguese and
Portuguese,
Spanish.
yeah. Portuguese and Spanish are really close. Portuguese is basically Spanish with bad grammar. Venezuela, so you have to speak Spanish. Sweet. Yes, I'm going to the Caribbean then. I'm gonna move down to the Caribbean, man, when we retire, honey. What do you think? I'll teach you Spanish.
See.
I'll have you saying, I'll have you speaking dirty Spanish to me.
Oh boy.
I don't know. Is it just me, or does Spanish women, when they talk dirty, I don't know. There's something about it. It may just be me, but I don't know. I enjoyed it when I was in Peru.
That was good, Guy.
I'm a sinner. I'm a sinner. You guys know I'm a sinner. Hey, can you hand me my hard hat?
Yeah.
See, Poppy? Blake, see, Blake knows what I'm talking about. Blake knows what I'm talking about. Oh, jeez. That's bad. I'm going to heck. Yeah, I'm going to heck. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a big fan of Spanish women. They are very, very, very pretty. Very pretty. I'd get myself into trouble if I went back down south, probably. If I lived there, I'd be getting myself into trouble, probably. My wife would be beating me with a whip. All right, later, Rennie. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe, pound that like button. It's nice having you on, talking to you about the Caribbean. There you guys are. Yeah, no, she didn't stab me. She didn't stab me. Anyways, guys, I'm probably going to sign out so I can go vegetate and watch some YouTube videos. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Blake, you have fun on that. Easy money job. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.